Hey guys, Cam here from today's iPhone.com, and this is the Belkin Ultimate Keyboard case. Now, if you've been following the site for a little while, you'll know that actually I reviewed a pre-release unit of this Ultimate Keyboard case in late March. Now, it's taken a little while to get the final product through, but instead of doing another write-up, I thought I'd do a video and just show you the keyboard so that you YouTube viewers would get a chance to see it as well. And you'll also know that if you've been following us for a little while that I have also reviewed the Logitech and the Zag keyboards. I've reviewed quite a few of them, and before I tried this I thought I'd already found the one that I really liked, but this is just fantastic. Now what you'll see from the design, it's available in black and white. This is obviously the white version. You'll see it's got cutouts in all the right places. This is the rear shell, made of plastic, but it's attached to the keyboard base with this kind of leathery feeling strip here, and that's quite flexible. You'll see that movement there. It's not difficult to use, but I want to show you around the outside before we actually show you it in use. On the front cover there's a really nice aluminium finish with the Belkin logo in the corner, which you can barely see. So if I pop that down and open it up, and I'll stick the iPad in and we'll get a look at how this thing works. You see the rear shell actually snaps on really easily, and I wanted to zoom in just over here. By focusing on there, you'll notice it's got this slight groove, and this is to channel the music from your speaker around and back up to the front, so it's not covering the speaker, it doesn't mute the sound, in fact it amplifies it a little bit. The actual rear shell itself holds on really tightly, it's really snugly fit, the polycarbonate. And this part here, you'll know, is magnets to keep the thing shut. So once you've shut it and it locks the keyboard. It's a very slim, very portable device. The actual keyboard base itself is the slimmest that's available. Really, really slim. So if we open it up now, you'll see it auto wakes, and you'll also see that my children have been watching Peppa Pig. But what you'll see, I want to show you, these are really interesting parts of the case as well. If I zoom in again, you'll see it's got these three strips, these three rectangular strips spaced about fingers width apart from each other, and these have got magnets in them. Essentially, this is so that you have three different viewing angles for your iPad once it's in there, to make it as comfortable as possible. Now personally, I like to have my iPad as far away as I can, because I don't like to have the screen right next to my keyboard. It gives a little bit more space. And what's particularly good about these magnets is that once you place the iPad down, it automatically switches the keyboard on and it connects to your iPad, obviously once it's already been paired. So I place it in there, you'll notice there's the blue light comes on, and that's it connected. It just does that. There's no on-off button, so you can't drain any battery. Once your iPad's closed, it automatically switches off, and it will connect again once you place it in another one of these magnets. Now if we look at the keyboard in more detail, you'll see that the keys themselves are all very, very square, nicely spaced out apart. They're full size, they're easy to use, and you'll see along the bottom row here you've got the play and pause and the skip backwards and forwards buttons here, bespoke iOS buttons, and the rest of them will be on the top. So you've got like the volume buttons here on the top, you just press function and tap those. You've got a home button here, and obviously the keyboard layout is pretty much the same as what you're used to. Now what I did notice with this compared to the one that I got pre-release is that instead of having the Z underneath the A, they've shifted it along and put this special character key here. So if you're a touch typist and you're used to a certain keyboard layout, you may find this one a little bit tricky to get used to begin with, because all the letters are basically moved one space across. But that aside, I can quite happily say this is my all-time favourite iPad keyboard. I wasn't expecting to say that before I reviewed it. Everything about it's fantastic. It's light, it's durable, it's slim, it's nice to type on, the size of the keys are great, you get a really nice feedback and a click from the keys. The actual look of the case is fantastic too, thanks to the combination of the aluminium and this leather type strip on the back, and the polycarbonate really blends together really well and gives a really classy finish. And considering it costs just about the same as the other two popular keyboards, £99.99, and in the States it's the same but in dollars, it's just really great. Even the small details are things that I really like on this as well, especially this little groove on the front here that helps you open it. So you can easily just put your thumb in and open it up, and that's it. On, connected, done. Simple. It's just really, really great. If you want a keyboard for your iPad and you haven't bought one yet, then you're not going to go far wrong with one of these. There's nothing about it that I don't like, really. The only sticking point, I guess, if you can call it that, is it can be quite difficult to remove the iPad from this polycarbonate shell. But then you kind of want something that's going to hold your iPad securely, so whether that's a good or a bad thing is for you to decide. I don't mind it as much. I like knowing that my iPad's secure inside there. So thin, light, durable, fantastic, really well designed, and I'll leave a link for it as always in the description box. You should definitely check this out. It's really great. I've been Cam. If you want to follow me on Twitter or ask me any questions, you can do. I'm at @TIP_Cam, and I will see you again soon.